for submission? Yes. All the 4 activities complete and everything is filled. Okay, underline all the headings and keep it ready for submission. Okay, first 4 activities we have completed. Okay. So now we can start with the integration. Start doing problems from the integration. Okay. So in the morning session, we discussed a few questions from integration, isn't it? First exercise. We are doing some problems using direct method. We substitute, we expand using the identity, we integrate, we use the formula and we find out. Okay. So up to which one we discussed, take the textbook till 19th one we discussed, isn't it? Now look at the 21st question, 20th and 21st, 20, 21, 22. Look at the question, 20th one. 20th one, what is given here? 20th one, integral of 2 minus 3 sin x by cos square x dx. 2 minus 3 sin x by cos square x dx. So first you name this as I. So like the previous question, like the questions we did with polynomial, here we have common function. What we can do? We can split it. First step, you split it. 2 by cos square x minus 3 sin x by cos square x into dx. So when you split this, it will become 2 into, what is 1 by cos? It is sec square x minus 3 into, we can write this as sin by cos. Sin by cos is tan x into sec x into dx. Is that no? Now what will be the answer? Recall it. What is integral of 2 sec square x? What is the integral of sec square x? Rijas. Integral of sec square x. Tan x. Minus 3 into tan x sec x dx. Tan x sec x dx. What is integral of tan x sec x? It is the integral of sec x, isn't it? It is integral of sec x plus c. So it is 2 tan x minus 3 sec x plus c. This is the answer. This is the answer. Okay. Now shall we do the next one? So note down, 21st one is homework. And we are going to do the 22nd question. 22nd question. 22nd question. Look, read the question. If d by dx of f of x is 4x cubed minus 3 by x raised to 4, such that f of 2 is 0. It is given f of 2 is 0. Then what f of x is? We have to find out f of x. So it is given d by dx of f of x. D by dx of f of x is 4x cubed minus 3 by x raised to 4 with f of 2 is 0. If f of 2 is 0, then what is the value of f of x? So d by dx of f of x means it is derivative is given, isn't it? Derivative is given. So we want to find the antiderivative. So it will be f of x, this integral of 4x cubed minus 3x raised to 4 into dx. We have to integrate this term. Okay, it is the derivative integration of 4x cube minus 3 by x raised to 4. So that is same as 4 is constant. We can take it outside. Integral of x cube dx. Again, 3 is constant. 1 by x raised to 4 means x raised to minus 4 into dx, isn't it? Now, what is integral of x raised to n? Krishna Chandran? What is integral of
x
x
raised to n plus 1 by n plus 1.
Very good. X raised to n plus 1 by x plus 1. Rn, so it will be integral of x cube. What will be integral of x cube? Rn. Integral of x cube is?
X cube plus 1.
Yeah, it is x raised to 4 by 4. Is or no? Integration. Whenever we integrate, we increase the power by 1 and we divide by that 1. Minus 3 into, what is integral of x raised to minus 4? Minus 4 plus 1. So we'll get minus 3, b minus 3 plus c. So here, this 2 will get cancelled. We'll get x raised to 4 plus x cube plus c. X raised to minus 3 plus c. This is f of x. But here, one more condition is given. What is the condition given? F of 2 is 0. F of 2 is 0. That means when x is 2, when x is 2, f of x is 0. Why this condition is given here? Why this condition is given here? Yes, we are integrating, the process is over. Then why this condition, extra condition is given? F of 2 is 0. Why? Okay, actually that condition is given to find the constant of integration. To find the constant of integration C. Okay, to find the constant of integration only, that extra condition is given. So what is the condition given here? F of 2 is, okay, it is given f of 2 is 0. That means when x is 2, y value is 0. That is, y means it is f of x. So substitute here. So 0 is equal to 2 raised to 4 plus 2 raised to minus 3 plus c. From here, find out what is the value of c. Substitute this and find out what is the value of c. So we'll get 16 plus 2 cube means 1 by 2 cube, isn't it? So 16 plus 1 by 8. So what will be the value of c? Yes, yes.
We're taking 2 raised to 4 to the other side, right?
Here, yes. So we'll get minus 16 minus of. We'll get everything in terms of minus of. So what will be the value of c? What is the value of c? After finding the value of c, substitute that. What is the value of C, Gauri?
Negative 129 by 8.
Negative 129 by 8. So what will be f of x? Punya? So it will be f of x.
X raised to 4
Hmm.
plus 1 by x cube
Hmm.
minus 129 by 8.
Okay. So that is the required function. That is our primitive function. Okay. Is it clear? Is it okay? So in this section, we learned how to find the integral of the given function using the direct formula substitution or using simple algebraic formulas. Okay, just simply expanding or dividing, we learned how to find the integration. Write the next heading, integration by substitution method. Next heading, integration by substitution method. Integration by substitution method. So in integration by substitution method, okay, here one function will be there. Its derivative will be closer to it. One function will be there. Its derivative will be there. We have to find out. Okay, suppose a function is there. Okay, so the method comes like this. Okay, the function will be in this form. So integral of f of x and f dash of x will be there. Okay, function will be there and its derivative will be there. That we have to find out which function's derivative is there. So then what we will do? We substitute f of x. We convert this f of x into another variable. Suppose it is u. Okay, you convert this into another variable. So it will be f dash of x. It will become du by dx, isn't it? When you differentiate, f dash of x will be du by dx. That means when you take this dx to other side, f dash of x into dx will become du. Okay. Actually, in substitution method, the function takes the form like this. One function will be there, its derivative will be there. So what we do? We will substitute the function as u. We substitute the function as u. So f of x is u. So we get f dash of x will be du by dx. This dx, if you cross multiply, we get f dash of x into dx will be du. So therefore, what happens to the given problem? I will become integral of f of x is u into du. U into du. What is it? What is integral of u into du? When you integrate u, it will become u squared by 2 plus c. Integral of, instead of x, we use the formula that u. Okay, the variable is changed. Instead of x, here the variable we use is u. So what is integral of u? What is integral of x? Integral of x dx is x square by 2 plus c. So therefore, integral of u du is u square by 2 plus c. What is u here? F of x. So f of x the whole square by 2 plus c. Is it clear? Is it okay? Is it okay, children? One function is there, its derivative will be closer to it. If the derivative is there means you name the function. First, you have to identify the function. We have to identify the function and you have to write like this. Okay. So this is the, again, from this, we can derive it for more functions. Okay. So what is integral of f of x whole raised to n into f dash of x into dx? These are all some results. Sometimes the results will be asked for 1 mark question and all. Integral of f of x whole raised to n into f dash of x into dx. So here, look at here. If it is f of x into f dash of x, what is the formula we wrote? F of x into f dash of x into dx means answer is f of x the whole square by 2, isn't it? If the power is 1, f of x means power is 1. When we integrate, the power becomes 2 and we divide it by 2. Same way here, Integral of f of x whole raised to n into f dash of x into dx. So can you guess the answer? Can you generalize it? Yes, try this answer. Gayatri. What is integral of f of x raised to n to f dash of x into dx? Aditya?
F of x raised to
Yes. F of x raised to
n plus 1 by n plus 1.
yes, n plus 1 plus c. Okay, we can generalize it. And okay, like this, the results may be asked. These results are there in your textbook. No need to learn. Okay, understand it, why we are getting it. But no need to learn by heart the proof and all. Okay. Similarly, suppose the question is like this. Okay, now answer this question. What is integral of f of ax plus b whole raised to n? Okay, f of ax plus b. Okay, this one, no need, children. One more formula we have to learn. After that, we can do. Okay, now, what about integral of 1 by x into dx? What is integral of 1 by x into dx? It is log x plus c, isn't it? So look at here, children. So these are some formulas we are learning from here. Okay. What is integral of f dash of x into dx by f of x? What will be the answer? So this is a very important formula. We'll be using this formula again and again. Look at here. 1 by x dx means we can say like this. What is derivative of x? What is derivative of x? Derivative of x is 1. Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, the answer will become log x plus c. Derivative of denominator is in the numerator. It will become log of the denominator plus c. Okay, sometimes they write modulus. If it is not written also, it is understandable that log is defined for only positive numbers. Okay, in some questions, they will write modulus. In some cases, they will not write modulus. Both are equivalent. If it, why it is, okay, whenever we are defining log, we know that log is defined for only positive numbers. Okay, it is not defined for negative. Okay, here, integral of 1 by x dx. How to recall the formula? The derivative of denominator is in the numerator. Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, what we can write? Log of denominator plus c. Now look at this case, integral of f dash of x by f of x into dx. Here also we have the same method. Derivative of denominator is in the numerator. What is derivative of f of x? Derivative of f of x is f dash of x, isn't it? So the derivative of denominator is in the numerator. Therefore, you can write it is log of f of x plus c. It is log of f of x plus c. Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, we write log of the denominator plus c. Okay. Is it clear? Is it okay up to this? Now, look at the formulas that we wrote. We wrote derivative of sin x, derivative of cos x is there, isn't it? What about derivative of tan x? Is there any formula? Sorry, not derivative. Integral. What is integral of tan x? What is integral of tan x? Is there any formula? Is there? Now we are going to use these results and we are going to find out what is integral of tan x and all we are going to find out. Okay. So these are some formulas we are going to derive. Okay, this formula we are going to derive it. Write down. Some standard results. Some standard results. So under that, first one, integral of tan x dx. Some standard results under that, integral of tan x dx. How to do this? So you start with tan x. Tan x means we can write this as sin x by cos x into dx. Is it correct? The definition of tan is sin by cos. Okay, now look at this and can you tell me which formula we have to use here? We wrote 3 formula here, isn't it? In this period, we learned 3 formulas for integration. So which formula is applicable here? Find out. Which one we have to use here? Look at the functions and we'll compare it with the formula. Yes, Atul. Atul is present. Atul?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, Atul, which formula you will use here? The question is integral of tan x. Tan means we know that it is sin by cos. So what is the formula? Now we learned integral of f dash of x by f of x into dx is log of f of x plus c. Whenever the derivative of denominator is in the numerator, you can write log of denominator plus c. Now look at this function. Is it in that form? What is the derivative of denominator? What is the derivative of denominator? What is the derivative of cos x? Minus sin x. Here minus is not there. So what we can do? Minus means it is a constant. So we can multiply by 2 minus. And is it possible to write like this? Plus means, shall we split and write like this? Negative of negative. Negative of negative means it will become positive. So negative of negative sin x by cos x into dx. Now look at here. What is the derivative of the denominator? What about the derivative of the denominator? Is it in the numerator? Is or no? So we can write this as minus log cos x plus c. Minus log cos x plus c. Now listen, listen children, don't write, first listen. What is log a raised to n? We have learned so many properties, logarithmic properties. What is log a raised to n? Whenever power is there means in logarithm, it will become, yes, Gauri.
N into.
It is n into log a. So the power will move to the front. Log a raised to n means it is n into log a. Okay. So if it is log a raised to minus 1, what you will get? It is same as minus log a. Is or no? Minus 1 means it is minus 1 into log a, which is same as minus log a. Now look at here. Is it in that form? Minus log cos x. It is of the form minus log cos x. So by using this property of log, we can write this as log cos x raised to minus 1 plus c. Log cos x raised to minus 1 plus c. So what is x raised to minus 1? X raised to minus 1 means it is 1 by cos. X raised to minus 1 means it is 1 by cos. So here, log cos x raised to minus 1 means it will become log 1 by cos x plus c. Now what is 1 by cos? It is sec x plus e. So this is the formula for integral of tan x dx. So integral of tan x is log sec x plus e. Integral of tan x is log sec x plus e. So this is the formula for integral of tan x. Yes, Achyut?
Can you explain again, ma'am? Like I don't understand how log minus log became log cos x raised to minus 1.
So these are the properties. Last year we have learned all these properties. Okay, which all the properties we have learned in log. All the properties we will be using here. Okay, what are the properties we have learned for log? This is one among these properties. Log a raised to n is n log a. Whenever power is there means we can take the power to the front. Here log a raised to minus 1. Power is negative. So if you take it to the front, we can write this as minus log a. And in exponents, we have learned x raised to minus n is 1 by x raised to n. Is or no? Power is negative means we can write it in the denominator. Okay, we can take it to the denominator and we write it with positive exponents. So x raised to minus n, we can write this as 1 by x raised to n. We can write this as 1 by x raised to n. So using this, the question is integral of tan x into dx. Tan x, we can write this as sine by cos. What is the derivative of cos x here? It is minus sine x. Minus sign is not there. So what we do? We multiply by 2 minus. Okay, we are writing this as negative of negative. Now the derivative of denominator is in the numerator. Derivative of cos x is minus sine x. So we are writing this as minus log cos x plus c. So we write log cos x minus is in the front. That one we can write it in the numerator using that property. Log cos x raised to minus 1. But what is x raised to minus 1? It is 1 by cos x. What is 1 by cos? It is sec x. So integral of tan x dx is log sec x plus c. This log sec x plus c. Is it okay, Achyut? What about the others?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it okay? So now we have learned. This is a formula. Note down it. Okay. Note it separately in the formula booklet. Write all these formulas. Which all the formulas we learn now? Note it. As you'll be learning so many formulas in this chapter. So integral of tan x dx is log sec x plus c. Now the next one, integral of cot x dx. Cot x dx. So how will you write cot x? We can write cot x as cos x by sin x into dx. Now look at here, whether the derivative of denominator is in the numerator. What is the derivative of sin x? Cos x. Okay, so derivative of denominator is in the numerator. So we can write this as log of sin x plus c. So integral of cot x is log sin x plus c. So this is the second formula. First one is integral of tan x. Integral of tan x is log sec x. The next two formula, listen children. Integral of sec x dx. Okay, integral of sec x dx. Integral of sec x dx is log sec x plus tan x into dx. Sec x plus tan x plus c. Integral of sec x is log sec x plus tan x. Fifth one, integral fourth one, integral of cosec x dx is equal to log cosec x we have. So it is cosec x minus cot x plus c. Integral of cosec x is log cosec x minus cot x plus c. Okay. We will be doing problems in the next class. Tomorrow's class, we will be doing this one. Before that,
Ma'am,
yes.
Was it a bracket that you drew? After log.
Log of cosec x minus cot x. Log is for the common for these two functions, cosec x minus cot x. It is not log cosec x minus, it is log of cosec x minus cot x. Log is common for these two, cosec x minus cot x. Is it clear?
No, ma'am. Then why do we have a straight line there?
It is modulus. Modulus. Earlier we discussed, isn't it? Log is, if I write log x means it is same as log of mod x. Here, okay, here instead of putting the brackets, I wrote here modulus because these two terms together, it comes under log. Okay, so here I put modulus here because if it is not a single term, you have to subtract it and you have to take the positive value only. So we write modulus cosec x minus cot x. Log of cosec x minus cot x plus c. Similarly, for the previous one, log of sec x plus tan x plus c. Okay, is it okay, Achud?
Yes, ma'am.
So with this, conclude today's session now. Children, one thing I want to say.